Hey guys, so I want to show you this dessert recipe today. It is very easy and I came up with it a few weeks ago. I started making muffins and then I moved into desserts and it's been really great. Obviously the muffins are good too, but I don't do both in the same day because it's just a lot of protein powder, but you could, I suppose, if you wanted to. This is the protein powder that I use. This is Quest Nutrition Protein Multi-Purpose Mix. It is amazing. I make pancakes with this, I make desserts with this, I make muffins or biscuits or dessert or dinner biscuits or things like that, and it's just been really working out very, very well. So you take 1 scoop per person of the mix, and then you take 1 teaspoon per person of the baking powder, just regular old baking powder. Got that. And then I've been mixing it up with some applesauce because the one thing is unsweetened applesauce. The only thing about the Quest baking powder is that it is a little bit dry. It doesn't have any give to it, so I do use water as well to make it into a batter, but sometimes it still is a little bit dry and sticks to the pan, and especially for pancakes it ends up being more of a scramble in a way, like a bread scramble, but it's really good, and you just have to really grease the pan and then cook very carefully. So I've been cooking these cookies for only, they're actually not cookies, they're almost like cupcakes in a way. I've been cooking them for only like 10 minutes at 450, and it really works to use high heat and low on time. So I'm just using 2 tablespoons of these caramel bits. They sell them everywhere. You could also use any add-in you'd like. I just like the caramel bits. You could use chocolate chips or butterscotch chips or whatever you feel like. Today I'm also going to be experimenting using some cinnamon for flavor, and I'm just going to use a dash of that, whatever I feel like. And then I'm going to use a half a cup of water because the applesauce is not enough liquid. It does add a good flavor and makes it more moist, but you are still going to need water. And I'm going to mix this up. Kind of manipulate the powder to make it into a batter. You could use more or less water if you'd like. I could use a touch more water, but I think that if I just work it, it should even out. So it's all about just figuring out what works. With this baking powder, I mean, I've used it for muffins and it makes a really good muffin. You could also use milk, which would also help with the fact that it is a little bit dry. I have not yet because I decided to try applesauce instead, but then you get this batter. There we go. That batter. And then I'm going to spray this little mini muffin tin. I've also found that using mini muffin tins works a lot better. The first few times I tried to make bigger muffins and they don't cook quite as well, but they cook a lot faster, and it's just a lot easier with this mini muffin tin. So then I'm just going to plop this in here. Try not to overfill the muffin tin because they do rise because of the baking powder, so you don't want to have a giant caramel mess on your hands. And then once I get these separated, I don't really make a specific number. It's however many the batter gets me. I also have a cake ball pan that I've been using some nights, whatever one is clean and accessible. But the cake balls are a little bit bigger, so I'll probably get some more muffins out of this. I've been getting about 8 cake ball muffins. So, and I'm already at 10 here, so I will certainly get more. And then I just split it in half, and the Quest baking powder, I didn't know this existed until I went to Vitamin Shoppe, and now I'm obsessed. So in case you're wondering, it is 1 scoop is 100 calories. It is 1 gram of carbs, which is why it's really fun to make carby desserts and things like that because it's only 1 gram of carbs and then 24 grams of protein. So this is pretty much the perfect thing. We've really been enjoying it. Like I said, I've been making protein desserts out of it. A big thing I did over the weekend was I would make these protein balls and then mix in Halo Top. I would put a Halo Top over the top of them because if you buy Halo Top, you know it's a little bit pricey. So we were going through a lot of it, especially as there are 2 of us. And so we were sharing one on the weekends. We would each have half of a Halo Top, and we were just kind of going through quite a few, and it got a little bit expensive. So what we're doing now is making these protein ball desserts and then using a quarter of a Halo Top each, which gets us 2 nights out of 1 container instead of 1 container each night. Even at that, the 1 container each night is not crazy expensive, especially if you consider how much it would be to go out for dessert or how much other desserts are, or if we had dessert every single night. There, obviously, it evens out and it depends on you, but we have been mixing it up with these protein balls, and it also helps if you get a little bit hungry at night. So we'll eat dinner and then wait about a half hour to an hour depending on what time we eat dinner, and then I'll make dessert. And it really helps if you, like me, get a little bit noshy after dinner. I just never seem to be fully satisfied, even if I had plenty of dinner. I just have always been a dessert person, so I do tend to like having something after dinner as well. Right now I'm just evening out the muffins to make sure that they're distributed well so that they don't rise too much, because especially with these caramel bits involved, it does then make a huge mess on the pan, which is not the most fun to clean up. So it is fun to eat. So I'm going to pop these in the oven for 10 minutes, I suppose. I'll check and I'll let you know the exact time once I pull them out.